All right, big up everybody. Big up, big up, big up. Welcome to We Chat Football, channel where we chat football. And again, we're just doing this from the comfort of my hotel room. Again, another game, another loss. Well, should have been another loss of the season. So we should have been what, 2 games behind this season already. Should have been 2 games lost, but for it's 6-7 again. If that didn't land, if that didn't land properly, then that didn't land properly. But yeah, let's look at it. It's gonna be a short one today. I'm not gonna dwell too much on what happened. I'm not gonna go over the top a lot because again, what is there to be said that has not been said already this season. So if we want to be pessimistic, if we want to be positive, if we want to, look at the positives so far this season, the one positive is that we started at the same starting 11 going into the game against who has been flying high, who has been looking extremely well so far this season. So, we approach that game and we approach that game the way we supposed to went in that game with the lights, the same starting 11 that we played against West Ham, because, again, for the first time, we're having a bit of consistency and players show that they deserve to play. Game started out, we didn't look the best. We looked nowhere close to being the best. Um, Sunderland was all over us, and we were just, again, looking just to survive. Again, it's like we do not have the stamina to play 2 games in a week. A club that has been playing Champions League and been playing 2 games in a week for over 10 years consistently looks like they're not ready to be playing 2 games in a week. No, again, has that changed anything so far this season? No, it hasn't. So beyond that, so we look past that. Now, when we go when we another positive I would say is how we didn't concede in the first half. Yeah, yeah, I think that could be the positive is that we didn't concede. We didn't concede a early goal. Now, saying that, we get out of that game, completely get out of the first half. You're thinking, okay, haven't started well, running theme this season. Nothing has changed on that front. We haven't started well. Went into halftime. We're going to be coming back out. We're going to be looking a lot better, right? Because again, there's only improvement from here going forward, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, didn't start well, but you can improve going forward. Going forward in the second half, same problem. Again, no, we concede. We concede again from another long shot where a midfielder pick up the ball again. Nobody's there to close him down. No midfielder is close to him. Again, yes, it was a bad pass. Yes, he got caught in transition. Nobody's there. Again, our captain, centre back, very close by to the shot, did not engage. Right? So he's refusing to engage in tackles. He's refusing to do all that kind of stuff. Whether it's PTSD, I don't know what it is. But anyways, he's refusing to engage, right? Went down. Went down 1-0. Again, the only shining light on the field so far that game was Verts. Finally got his goal. Whether people want to say deflected, yes or no, he finally scored. Finally got his goal in the Prem. We're like, okay then, we cannot pull this back. No, let's see if we can take control of the game. Because that's what we needed to do. In a situation like this, we needed to take control of the game. So you would think that we would be going in, trying to take control of the game. Rather than that, we went in and did the opposite. After that, we completely lost control of the game. This says we still only have 6 losses this season. And to be fair, the only reason why there is only 6 losses this season is because of Kaiser clearing the ball off the line. Let's be honest. That's it. That's the only reason why it's not 7 from 7 wins, 7 loss from the 14 games played. Right? It is at this point we're finishing mid-table. If after every win there's a loss, mid-table, because there's no way that Sunderland players should have missed that one-on-one. That should have been buried. And then we are here with 7 wins, 7 loss in 14 games. We're hitting double-digit losses before we go in halfway through the season. So again, something has to change. The players don't look interested. The players look like they haven't run. They're not doing any form of running in training. They're not doing any form of intensity in training. Again, I don't know how can they look so dead on their feet after they play back-to-back game. The West Ham game, they look to have some energy. We play Sunderland, and all that is sapped out of the team. Substitution, yes, Cody needed to get off the field, but at the end of the day, we could have turned around and take off Gravenberch off the field as well, because he wasn't doing much. He was not doing much that game. Misplaced passing again, lots of mistake from Grav in that game. Could have moved Grav off the field. Like there's changes that could have been done to keep, I would say, keep the shape, or try to control the game. Try to pull the game away from Sunderland and put it back to us. Just try to get in control of the game. However, that wasn't the case. So we're not able to be in control of the game. We're not able to do none of that, and we should have lost that game. The thing is that like makes no sense coming out like again ranting about manager out. That's for me. For everyone else who wants to do it, they can do it. Not that I want the manager in. That's not the case right here. I want him to be gone. I want him to be sacked as well, because it's 7 games at this stage of the season as a defending champion is unacceptable. Like completely unacceptable to be losing 7 games already so far this season. Right? That not even for a club that finished bottom half of the season last season. Seven losses already in the season is good enough. And that is extremely bad. And yes, everybody's going to say, well, he only lost 6. But let's be honest, that game yesterday should have been a loss. Clearance off the line right at the end shouldn't be counted as, okay, we rescued a point. We're playing a promoted team. We shouldn't be rescuing a point from a promoted team. There's only how many teams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 other teams have lost 7 or more games this season already. And every single one of them outside of Nottingham Forest, we had was that was going to be in a relegation battle. Every one of them that has lost 7 games already this season is teams that we would consider to be relegation threatened team, that they're going to be struggling, that they might have a tough start to the season. We're already 7 losses in, 14 games in the season. And if again, any fan want to say, well, you know what, it's actually not 7 loss, it's only 6, then I do the most annoying thing these kids do right now. They will just look at them and just say 6-7 then. We hit them with that 6-7. If that's what they're going for. Because this is completely embarrassing. From any club. If this Was any rival, if any Liverpool fan is saying, "Oh, turn it around," I was one of them who was thinking that, okay, then you know what, turn it around. It's 14 games and we haven't seen anything like that be able to turn it around. It's the same mistakes again. Even the goal that scored yesterday, it's similar goal that we have been conceding all season. So he's not turning it around, and if he's not going to be able to turn it around, then it's much easier we get rid. And who do we get in? To be fair, don't care. Anybody, literally anybody. We can bring anybody into this club, and we go from there. I really don't care who we're gonna bring, who we can get to bring in. Give it to Gerard for the end of the season. Don't care. At least it won't be permanent. It will just be temporary. At least he'll be angry at some of the performances that's been going out. He might be able to. He might be able to, because there's going to be passion that, okay, then you can't do this for Liverpool, like playing for Liverpool. At least the players who want to play for the badge, who's willing to do everything to play for the badge, will get games. Again, another point rescued by Chiesa this season. It's another point rescued by him. We would have been down. It would have been an actual loss if it wasn't for him in that game. So he rescued us again this season. What's gonna be Chiesa reward? Look, he ain't gonna start Chiesa next game. He ain't gonna get a game to do exactly what it's needed to be done. Put him out there. Get him on the flanks. There is options. Most of the players who played good the start of the season is not getting the reward for playing good. See Virgil come out in an interview. Liverpool team needs Salah. What we need is a defender so you can sit your ass on the bench as well. That's what we need. Because you have been shit as well. That's it. So everybody I hear going at Konate, but Virgil has been shit as well this season. Literally, the only player in this team so far this season, but what I would say players this season can lift them head up and say, you know what? We are doing okay. Right? It is the two goalkeepers and Sabasai. That's it. Ekatike, yes, before Slot decided to throw his confidence down the drain. So that's the other thing again. These are the only players so far you can look at this season and said they have given their all. Outside of that, it's been a bunch of crap performances. So yes, Virgil can come out and be like, yes, we need Mo Salah. Well, no, we don't. Not this version of Mo Salah this season. Last season, Mo Salah, yes, that's the version that we would need to put it on a platter for the strikers to score the goals. That version of Mo Salah we need. Last season, Virgil van Dijk, that's the version of Virgil we need. Not this season. You guys went in. You guys wanted the contract. The fans lobbied for you guys to get the contract. Loud. Because we think you guys deserve it. Do we regret lobbying for your contract? No, because you guys really deserve it. You're legends of the club. You deserve that final pay before you head out for what you have won for the club. But for this season, on performance basis, both of you guys should be on the bench, sitting watching the game. because both of your performances has been nothing else but stinky this season. Both from Virgil, both from Salah, and amongst a lot of different players in the club. However, you guys are the two biggest names in the club with Allison. But I can't lump Allison with you guys because Allison's doing what Allison needs to do to keep us in the game. For the two leaders of the club, the two players who's supposed to be holding up standard, getting the rest of the players to raise their game, understanding what it means to go out there, win. You guys are doing a shitty job of leading this club as leaders in the club this season. We can all say last season that you guys led us to a league title and Mo Salah was unprecedented with his performances. Yes, that was last season. We're in a new season now. And with this new season now, that has not been the case. It has not been scintillating. It's not, and it's like I don't think any Liverpool fan is asking for a scintillating Mo Salah. I don't think any Liverpool is asking for a scintillating Virgil. I think what we're asking for is show your ass as leaders of the club. No, I do not want to hear Virgil come out and say, "Oh yeah, but we need this," and "Oh yeah, but," just show what you can do when you're on the pitch, right? Get the guys running more. You're out there. You're the captain. Get the guys moving. I know the manager might go out and say, "Okay, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that." But at the end of the day, is then if that's the case, and it's on the manager, 100% on the manager, then we can get rid. Good riddance for both manager right now. Go and take your backroom staff with you. Because the backroom staff is not doing enough to stop set piece goal, nor doing enough to get energy in the game. You can all go. And that is where we leave the 6-7 season that we're having. Or 7-7. It should have been. Okay? 50% win rate this season, 50% losing rate this season. You can't make this shit up. Anyways, that's it. Like, share, subscribe if you wanna. Friday vibes tomorrow. That's gonna be something. All right, peace. Catch you on the other one.